It is time to ignite those dreams of our young people and empower the youth to bring their visions to life. Now, we are partnering with the After School Graduate Development Center on the Ignite Enterprise project to provide practical tools to teach young people how to build businesses and to create employment for others. In Lagos, the possibilities are endless. Èkó ò ní bàjẹ́ o.
Lagos State, in partnership with AGDC, presents Ignite, powered by First Bank and supported by Bank of Industry.
Knowledge, a word laden with so much. The entire survival of any business can depend upon the entrepreneur's knowledge of himself, his product, and most importantly, the consumer and the market in which he or she decides to play in. Today, we're focusing on understanding the consumer and the market. My name is Ibukun Awoshika, and it's time to Ignite.
From the great city of Lagos, it's another inspiring episode of Ignite. Practical business advice taking you from dreams to reality. Ignite, from dreams to reality.
The consumer and the market. The game changer for your business idea. The most brilliant business idea or model is nothing if there's no consumer that wants the product or the service of that business. So your ultimate goal for all the idea generation is that you will find acceptance with the consumer. And in identifying your consumer, you also have to go through the process of market segmentation. Because if you had a general idea like, oh, everybody wears clothes, true or false? So you want to sell clothes. But everybody wears clothes, true. Does everybody wear the same type of clothes? True. No. Then we go on to what kind of clothes do the people wear? What kind of clothes do the people prefer? And then you come back to yourself. What kind of clothes are you selling? Now, within the concept of the clothes that you want to sell and the clothes that people want, there's a divide in the market, which means that you must find a way to identify who your own true consumers are. All the men here are wearing shirts. True or false? Are all the men here wearing the same type of shirts? So, we begin to segment between our consumers. Now, there's a general saying, and excuse my language, and that general saying says, assumption is the mother of all what? We shan't say it on TV, but fill in the gaps. Assumption is the mother of all, let's be nice, mess-ups. But they don't say it that nice. You understand what I'm saying? So assuming where the consumer is concerned or your market is concerned can cost you very, very dearly. And that is why you will find some factories set up with everything because they have the money to set up. And they produce what they set out to. But after they have produced, they're trying to push the product to the customer. The ideal or the better situation is the reverse. Do you understand what I'm saying? Where you haven't produced what you thought the market would want, and you're now trying to force the market to buy. It's better that you have determined in advance what the need of the market is, and you're producing or servicing to meet that need. Therefore, it's not a push from you. It's a pull from the consumer. Do you understand? There's a synergy between the consumer, the market, and the product. And you have to have the synergy in the right order, as opposed to working in the reverse order. Now, let me ask you a few questions. I want a few people to tell me how they determine who their consumer is for their product. Yes, sir.
I supply building materials, tiles, marble, granite, sand, and the factor I use in determining who the consumer of my product is where the business is moving. In Lagos, there are two places that are just coming up where people are building houses. We have Maweba for Essex.
You have where?
Maweba for side.
Okay.
And we have Lekki Aja side.
Okay.
So what I do in my own case is that I moved to Ibafo area. I rented Ibafo.
Okay.
I rented a room there, not because I don't have a place to stay in Lagos, but just to take my own survey. I don't have money to pay research people to do the survey for me.
Okay.
So I started moving from site to site, and I asked them, if you are buying this, how much do you buy? But after my own research, I realized that Maweba for market is meant for those who can no longer pay house rent in Lagos. So they go to Maweba for, because house there is very cheap.
Okay.
And many people there, they don't even cement the floor, talk less of buying tiles. So I know that if I should set up my business there, it will fail. So I now moved to Lekki area.
Okay.
I saw what Lagos State government is doing, Co-Atlantic City, they just want to build it. And I saw other fantastic buildings there. And I look at the market price that they are selling there.
Yeah.
Then I printed flyers, like reducing my own price with 50 naira, 100 naira per square meter of a tile. And someone who is buying up to 2,000 square meter, 50 naira times 2 in 2,000 places.
It's a lot of savings.
It's a lot of money. And that's how I break into Lekki markets.
Smart guy. Now, tell me if you find something wrong with what he has said, or if there's something you'd like to say to improve or to challenge his move. Yes, ma'am.
From what is said, it deals in building materials, not only tiles. Now, people in Mowe Ibafo, they use other building materials apart from tiles. If they are not going to use your tiles, there are other materials like cement, sand that they can use. So I don't think it's a very nice idea to have forgotten Mowe Ibafo.
Okay. You're saying even though he had a valid reason, it was not enough to eliminate that market. True or false? Okay, let's hear another person.
I have a problem with him moving to site. And the problem is this. Most times when you go to site, the people that are responsible for the purchases are not always on ground. What you mean there is the workers. So they might not have a direct say as to what they want to buy, because somebody is already sitting somewhere in the office who supplies them all the material they need. Just ask people, the lorries or whoever, to bring them to site. So when they bring to site, they just use and record those things. So when you now move to site yourself, and now want to get the market research, there's a problem there because you might not meet the right person. And whoever wants to build a house in Lekki Aja area want an assorted. Hence, there are building material markets. In Mushi,
Would want what?
might want varieties. Hence, he might want to go to the market himself to see what is obtainable. You might want to move to Mushi area where you have a building material market, or move to Relay where you have a building material market.
Okay, just wait. I want to know if you're following me. Do you find anything wrong with what you just said?
Based on what you said, and people staying at Lekki, Haja, they're actually too busy to start going to Mushi, whatever, to go and look for tiles materials.
See, she got it exactly right. You know, you have to understand the profile of the client. The average customer in the Lekki zone is not going to Mushi market. That's the honest truth. It's not going to Orile. It's not going to anywhere most times. Part of the challenge with his model is that the most likely kind of client around there has one contractor or a builder that's responsible for that site. Is that guy that will interface with all the other guys? Every choice the guy has to make of tiles and everything will probably meet him in his office or in his house, because they bring the samples to him for him to select. And it's that contractor that is your contact person. So his moving around site can actually produce results depending on that particular project and the customer. Now, does not mean that within the Lekki axis, there are no customers that are very hands-on. We will go to Mushi, Orile, and everyone. People are different. So there are always exceptions to the rule that you will use. But what you are dealing with to guide your approach is the generality of the people. And the generality of the profile of his customer is looking for the easy way to achieve what they want. And they're also very specific. So you've got to also see the problem that you have is the customer in that particular environment has a higher affordability level. So he has many options which compete with you. He can import the tiles himself from Italy, from Spain, from wherever, because he wants the best and the first quality, and he doesn't trust the market quality, which means that most of your customers in that region will be the lower end of what is called Lekki, or projects that are not personal. The residential projects are personal. Some of the non-residential projects are not personal. So you will get periphery market. So that is there. So when you analyze your customer, you must separate them. Because what you need, how you deal with one customer is different from how you deal with the other.
Ignite, from dreams to reality.